Fret More guitar lessons, where we fret more, stress less, make a whole lot of music. And we're not going to make any music today. We're going to do a little just playing around this D chord. Let me show you D way. I don't know, it's a meme or something I think my kids told me about. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is we're just going to be playing around this D chord, and I'm going to show you some things that you can do within the D or around the D, just staying really in that D position, just raising some fingers up and doing a few little extra things there. Whether it's a slow song or a fast song, just some things you can do and have fun with that D chord. I love the D. It's a lot of fun to play, and you can do some of this stuff in other chords too, course, but anyway, we're going to work on a D today. It's just one of the easier chords, usually one of the first chords I teach in my lessons, and it's just 3 fingers, but we're going to use all 4 today to get some of these little things, and I'll show you some things you can do and play around when now you can play even if you're not in the key of D. You can do some of this stuff, but especially this is more for if you're in the key of D, I think, because you're going to be, if you're in the key of D, you're going to be in that chord position more often, for sure. And there's just a lot of things you can do, especially if you play by yourself, to fill in. Now, if you're playing with a band, some of this might not work as much. I mean, you just want to run it by the band members, make sure it does work, and you're not overplaying or playing on top of somebody else, kind of thing. If you got a piano or electric guitar, things like that. So if you're playing by yourself, you can it's just a lot of improvisation to really add some extra stuff in there. So I want to show you some of these things that I'm doing. So I'm really like on this little thing here, I'm just raising my middle finger. So that's one thing you do. Just do a little hammer on there. You can add your pinky there. Okay, there's something you can do. You can raise your first finger there off that 3rd string. Just doing downstrokes on the 4th and 3rd. I'm going to take my middle finger and go up here to the 5th string on the 3rd fret. You can kind of bend that string sometimes too. Now I went to the 4th string that time. 5th string, 4th string. So just open, 5th on the 3rd, and then 4th on the 3rd. Okay, so this is some fun things you can do. You can do some picking. Just raising that middle finger. Just going down those chords, going down and coming back up, and then grabbing that pinky finger there as well. And if you do a hammer on those, you get even a nicer little sound there. Like I say, I'm just going down the strings, coming right back up them. Mostly coming up, I guess, and plucking that 3rd string. So that's what you can do with strumming there. Raising both fingers. things you can do. Like I said, there's no set, oh, here's how you do this. It's just playing around it, just showing you some things that you can play with and try. Because, it depends on the song, of course, what you're doing, if it's a slow song. Just raise my middle finger. Put a hammer on back on that finger. Now I'll just have my pinky here. Try to recognize some songs that do that on certain places there. And then just raising that third finger. Plucking that third string, going to the second, back to the third, and the fourth. And back up here to doing that fifth. I went back to the fifth on that one. I did fifth, fourth, open, back to the fifth. Things you can do around that D chord. Raising that first finger, raising that second finger, and do little hammer-ons. And then the pinky, you can do a pull-off or a hammer-on. Just do a pull-off there. Hammer-on. Mix them up, do a pull off and a hammer on, and like I say, you do finger picking. That's just a few little things you can do there. Lots. You can of course get a little more fancy and get away from the chord and. Just run up from the second and fourth fret on the third and fourth string. But we won't get into that as much today. I wanted to show you around that D chord, just kind of in that position where you're really not having to do much, but just raise your fingers up and put it right back down. And so when you think, man, I hear all this stuff on the radio or whatever, and it sounds kind of fancy, and it's like a lot of times it's just they're just playing around the chord. Take your D chord and just play around with it. Do some hammer-ons, some pull-offs. Just try some different things with each of your fingers there, and work on those a little bit. Have some fun with it, and do some kind of just improvise a little bit, and see what you can come up with. And listen, I appreciate y'all tuning in today and letting me show you D-Way. If you didn't already know D-Way. But anyway, if you could give us a thumbs up on this one, subscribe to us if you would. Check out our links down below in the description. Share us on social media and check out our other videos. We'll see y'all in the next one, okay? Thanks.